Hey friends, tonight is a really exciting night for me. I am putting my soil mix together to soil block. I'm really excited. This season, instead of using the plug trays, I'm gonna do soil blocking. There's supposed to be a lot of benefits to this. I wanted to share my process with getting my mix put together with you guys in case you were also trying to do soil blocking and you don't maybe have the resources for pre-made soil blocking mix. I bought all of my ingredients for this for less than $100 at my local home garden supply store. In the next couple weeks, I will post a video of me starting some seeds with my soil blocker so that you can see exactly what that looks like, how to use the soil blocker. I want to encourage you, if you're wanting to go this route, I've heard from a lot of people that there is a lot of crazy stuff going on with the mail. There's a lot of delays and that kind of thing. So if you want to soil block and you do not already have your soil blocker, looks like this, I would encourage you to go and purchase one. To make this mix, you're gonna need a bag of aged compost. You're also gonna need a box of green sand, and you're gonna need a box of rock phosphate. You will also need peat moss. Before you get started making your mix, you need to go ahead and sift your peat moss, get any of the big chunks out of it. I normally just throw those in the compost. If you're like me and you like to be resourceful and you don't like to spend a lot of money, I used a 2x4, some handles that we had on hand, and some screws that we had on hand, plus the hardware cloth that we had on hand to build a sifter for my peat moss. And you can also use this to sift your compost. The tools that you will need for this little adventure are a large mixing bowl. I like my big stainless steel one. It's nice and big. I think it holds 16 cups, so it makes it really easy for the mixing part. You're also gonna need a tablespoon. You're gonna need some sort of big mixing spoon. I like my little metal one. And then I have 3 big tote bins, one for the final product. I'm trying to make a big batch all at one time so that when it's time to start my seeds, I can just get after it. You're also gonna need a bin for your compost, and you're gonna need a bin for your sifted peat moss. You're also gonna need a measuring cup. Boop. Sorry, that was kind of weird. Anyways, I wanted to also tell you that I cannot take credit for this recipe. This is actually Charles Dowding's recipe. He is a famous gardener. He is a YouTuber. He has a ton of really good information, and I would encourage you to go and check him out. Okay, now that we have all our supplies, let's get started. First, you're gonna start with 8 cups of sifted peat moss in your big metal or plastic bowl. I like to mix my soil blocking mix in smaller batches to begin with because it's easier to mix it evenly in small batches and then just add it to the big bin later on. Secondly, you're gonna add 2 cups of compost to your bowl, and then you're gonna mix all that through with your hands, breaking up the compost as you go. Next, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of your green sand to your mixture. You will then add 2 tablespoons of the rock phosphate. Now that you have all of your ingredients in your bowl, mix until evenly distributed throughout. Once you finish mixing, add it with the rest. And that is how I make my seed starting mix. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you liked this video, I would love for you to leave me a comment, like, subscribe to our channel. That would help us so much. I hope that you're having a great week, and until next time, you guys stay fruitful.